Hello, dear viewer, and welcome back to Triangle Strategy with me, Jalanon, at Lunar Nebula Gaming. I realized we have enough QP now that I should probably just pick up one of these abilities that cost 2 QP, especially since I use my 1 QP ability so rarely. So, do we go for potentially more magic, or teleports, or stop an enemy for an entire action, or make everybody move really fast? Everybody moving faster seems really good. I mean, that's going to equate to about 20 more tiles moved rather than just 8. I think we still go with the teleport for now. Okay, and then we're going to wait to promote until before the next combat in the main story. So, we shall now leave and see what side stories we need to talk about, or character stories. Ah, Julio and Eridor are out on patrol, eh?
Please, you can't take our wheat. We just sent food the other day.
Silence! Lord Walford has ordered the requisition of all provisions. You wouldn't dare disobey your lord, would you?
Of course not. I just can't believe Lord Walford would command such a thing.
Are you accusing me, a noble woman of Glenbrook, of lying? How dare you, peasant.
Mayhap we should see what the commotion is about.
Mind telling us what's going on?
Well, if it isn't Captain Eridor. Thank you for all that you do to keep these lands safe.
You're one of the lot what recently fled from the Crown City, ain't you?
Just so, yes. I came to humbly lend what aid I could to Lord Wolford and deliver on the provisions I promised.
What is your quarrel with these people? If you could explain the situation, we'd be more than happy to lend what aid we can.
Please, I beg of you, don't take our food. It's all we have.
I've always known Lord Walford to care for his people above all. Why would he do this to us?
What madness is this? Lord Serenoa has strictly forbidden commandeering food from the common folk. Surely you aren't asking these good people to relinquish their stores to you in his name?
When you're caught in the act.
I am simply gathering provisions on Lord Wolford's behalf, as I promised. Honestly, he should be grateful.
Grateful? Huh. He'd be red in the face if he saw what you were doing. Ain't no way he ordered it.
On the contrary, you are acting in violation of your lord's decree. We cannot overlook your actions. You will come with us and be jailed. There you will await judgment for your crimes.
What nonsense is this? I am a noble woman of Glenbrook. How dare you try to order me about, you self-important little man? You've no authority over me!
This voice actress is great.
Look, I ain't disagreeing. But are you sure we should accost her without seeking Lord Serenoa's counsel first?
We haven't that luxury. The longer she is allowed to roam free, the more the people will suffer, and our lord's good name be sullied. We must show the people that unethical acts will not go unpunished. Take her away.
Seems fair to me.
You will pay for your impudence!
I wonder if this will come back in the main storyline. Like, if you skip some character stories...
Can't believe there are scoundrels out here using House Wolford's name for ill gain. You've done us all proud today, Julio.
Thank you ever so much, my lord. We'd be facing starvation if you hadn't stepped in.
She really had us fooled. We should have known Lord Walford is too kind a man to order anything like that.
I mean, it is war, so...
If you are ever
who knows?
troubled again, please seek me out. I shall ensure that any wrongs committed against you are set right.
Well, that's a nice side story. Alright. The rule of law is still in effect. Let's see. Anna gathers information at Wolford Harbor and hears rumors of illicit dealings.
I see. So there is an illicit salt trade held outside the auspices of the Norzelia Consortium.
Makes sense, avoid
In this
taxes.
business, you cannot avoid rumors even if you try. They say sneaking under the Consortium's nose is well worth the risk, but I am not so bold.
And who is behind all this?
I wish I could say.
Probably House N.
I am not asking you to tell me for free.
How generous of you. It's but a rumor, of course, but they say none other than Minister End in Hyzat is pulling the strings. And some free advice for you, my friend? You'd do well not to get involved.
Why?
I'm afraid that will cost a separate fee. Why, thank you.
Information ain't cheap. Until the internet came along. But then you have to wonder if it's correct information. Okay, so we can go to the source. The sweltering heat at the source parches the very hearts of men. They did a good job on this water. Because it's all sparkly.
Water. On your feet. Water, please. Get back to work. You aren't the only one who's thirsty.
No setbacks, I presume?
None, sir. We are already well ahead of schedule.
Splendid. The ledger, if you would.
He's got to cook the boots?
Yes, sir.
I wonder if we can take that later.
I would hate for there to be a problem with our numbers. I will hold on to this for now.
Of course, sir.
Oh dear.
Water.
Put the poor thing out of its misery, Booker. You must be firm with the Roselle. Show them the slightest mercy, and they'll think they deserve more.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. I mean, at the very least, he's messing with his own product by... Okay, that... Anyway. Twins Gate. Is something just as terrible about to happen. Oh dear.
Lord Svarog, the body of Lord Dragan has...
Oh, Dragan's happy.
So my son has finally returned home. I will be there soon. Is something the matter?
I think it better not to look, my lord.
And why is that?
His face. There is no vestige of the handsome lad he once was.
Oh, my son. I understand. You are dismissed. I am so sorry, my boy. Please forgive your pitiful excuse for a father.
I think this was Dragan's fault, to be fair.
I will find the one who did this to you. I swear it.
Foreshadowing. Okay. Also sad. But hopefully we can fix some things, maybe, in the future. But for now, Frederica voices her doubts to Serenoa. For the night is always darkest before the dawn. Several days later.
Serenoa, do you have a moment? I was hoping to talk to you about our marriage. Now that Glenbrook has been brought to ruin by Esfrost, is there any meaning to our union?
Seem to get along
My
okay.
brother may have been planning this from the start. And yet I came to Wolffort with the intent of marrying you, completely unaware of it. It's always like this. Nothing ever goes as I would wish it. The course of my life has always been at the mercy of others.
As has mine. Almost nothing happens the way I thought it would.
But you have a home. Somewhere you can return to someday. You are surrounded by people who care about you.
As do you, as a member of House Wolffort. Your place is with us now.
Serenoa.
And though this may sound pretentious, this is a time for you to think about your future and what you must do, Frederica. Just as I am.
I suppose you are right. What must I do?
Here you are. Master Benedict has been searching for you both.
Understood. Let him know we will return at once.
All right then.
You said we received a delivery from Minister Sorsley.
Yes, mostly food and materials, plus a considerable amount of coin.
That is quite kind of him.
House End is a wealthy one, even by Hyzant's standards. This would barely put a dent in their coffers. We have distributed the resources as needed. We've even managed to restock our reserves.
That's good.
Wish I could be happy for the help, but I can't say I am.
Agreed. Relying on them comes at a price. They will be looking for recompense.
I believe that to be their true aim.
But this is the path we chose to walk together.
Yes, but we listen to Benedict.
Indeed. And as long as we stay the course, the winds of favor will someday be at our backs.
At the very least, to know what our enemies think.
A missive from Minister Sorsley has arrived.
I see he wastes no time. What absurd request could he possibly have in store for us?
Is this the next?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
Scales of conviction. Okay. Castle Wolffort. Okay, so yes, it looks like we have the scales and a response to a minister's request.
Yet another problem has arisen, as we anticipated. I would like to ask everyone what they think.
You know, that is one thing I've really been enjoying about the game, is it seems like most of the people have brains that function, which is pretty good.
Benedict, if you would.
Yes, my lord. We have just received a request from Minister Sorsley. We are to deliver his cargo to Esfrost.
Cargo?
A load of salt that bypasses the consortium.
Okay.
He is asking us to be an accomplice to his illegal dealings.
The nerve of him, asking the Honorable House Wolffort to do such a filthy job. No way we'd agree to that.
But consider this. Agreeing would secure us proof of his unlawful business.
Are you suggesting we report him to Hyzant?
I am saying it is an option.
I like the way you think, Benedict.
You got a point. We have a duty to speak up when something's not right. That's the honorable thing to do.
We might even earn the Holy One's trust.
Have you all forgotten? Minister Sorsley is one of Hyzant's Saintly Seven. His connections run far deeper than ours. We must tread carefully.
Yep, but he hasn't
And we
done
need
enough to
solid evidence to convict him. I should think the salt he wishes us to transport would suffice. But we are the only ones that know it. and it is indistinguishable from the salt that is legally distributed. Far from the solid evidence we need.
Do we go undercover?
Regrettably so.
One false move and we lose both Minister Sorslay's support and Hyzant's trust. Without proof, we have no choice but to go to Esfrost.
If only we had evidence of his misdeeds.
It comes as no surprise to see our opinions differ. But a decision must be made. To report Minister Sorslay's illegal dealings to Hyzant, or become a silent accomplice. Bring the scales. It is time to make our choice.
Hopefully we get to explore and find some more info in the town. But, we managed to survive the battle, but the situation around us grows ever more complex. The decision before us now will greatly sway the course of our future. I must be firm in my convictions. Fair enough. So transport at House Inn's behest, or travel to Hyzant and report the illegal salt shipments. So my big thing would be, who would take over for Sorsley? Like, because clearly he's just murdering people and nobody cares. If somebody better would take his position, great. You know, then that helps the Rosellans, that helps everybody, even if not greatly. But if it's somebody worse, which is hard to imagine, honestly. So you know what, I am leaning towards report the illegal salt shipments, but we will probably get in trouble with Hyzant because Sorsley is not an idiot, sadly. Are you heading out, my lord? Yes, let's go explore the streets, see if we can't find some more good things and treats. Good things and treats? No? I can't have? No? I mean, fair enough. We've been through 2 major battles already, and my people need their homes. Let's see, did we even rebuild the homes yet? No. Ah, that hurts. It was no easy feat ferrying all of Minister Sorsley's provisions. It just goes to show how deep the pockets of the Saintly Seven are. I never thought their generosity would extend beyond Hyzant, though. To say I'm impressed would be an understatement. The Saintly Seven are highly revered in the Holy State. Claims of any illicit dealings would no doubt be met with skepticism. Yeah. I am happy that the provisions Minister Sorsley sent are being met with joy by the people. Is there anything you would like me to relate to him in return? I did not think it possible to amass such riches under Hyzant's system of equality. I do hope Minister Sorsley is not getting more than he can afford. Thanks to him, we can rebuild our town. Please tell him that we will not forget his generosity. Oh, this is the whole... Yeah, we're in this together one, I think. Before that, there is something I would know. What do you think of Minister Sorsley as his vassal? I do want to know this. This is if I want to plant the seed, I think. But I do want to know what he thinks of him. He is one of the Saintly Seven, and a greater liege than I deserve. I think his benevolent character should be apparent after all the aid he has bestowed upon Wolford. He is also a man committed to righteousness and will not tolerate any semblance of injustice or betrayal, unless it's murdering Rosellans. In cold blood. You are the same, are you not, Lord Cyrano? But of course. A warning, no doubt. Perhaps Minister Sorsley is not so generous as others make him out to be after all. Interesting, interesting. Thank you for the heads up, sir. The subtle heads up. I know complaining won't do me any good, but it's downright awful not having a place to call my own anymore. Sadly, I can't do very much with these legs of mine. Life would be easier with a roof over my head again, though. Aren't we sharing? We have a big old castle. Sarah, no. I am disappointed. I finally got something to eat, but my house. Yeah. Welcome. How can I be of service today? More ranged HP recovery pellets seems pretty good. They have 5 in stock. Accuracy, evasion, and speed. Okay. Amulets. You know, fire and ice so far would be pretty nice. Quality iron, you say? Okay, well, we get that. And I think I need to save 1,000 for my promotion, right? Quality stone. Quality timber. You wound me, merchant. And my coffers. Maybe we can find some more gold around here. Hello, Shiny. I see you. Timber. Quality stone. Haha. Okay, so we didn't need to buy quality stone. Though I think I only got one out of that, so... not the best. Wait, did I not say hello to you, cat? Oh, I'm sorry, cat. I didn't say hello. Your Majesty. Thank you. Alright, time to leave. We have paid our respects. Ooh, and another shiny. Ranged HP recovery. Sir Maxwell joined our army the moment we got news of Prince Roland's death. The timing is too convenient. I can't help but feel there's something else going on here. Please say no more. I would be loath to lie to my own soldiers. All we do for Wolford. I ask that you keep observations like these to yourself. This is proof of his resolve, one which I will support with all my might. I'll go with this one, because it seems the most likely to make the soldiers stay quiet and not spread rumors. Understood, sir. He is doing this for the sake of Wolford and Glenbrook both of them. I admire his resolve and will continue to serve as dutifully as always. All the other soldiers feel the same. You needn't worry about a thing, Lord Serenoa. Thank you. I could not have gotten this far without all of you. Very true. Very true. Glad you respect it. It still looks like reopening my shop will take some time, even with Hyzant's provisions. Yep. At least your shops didn't get wrecked. Wait. Oak. That must be after quality timber, huh? So maybe we do want to promote our mages sooner rather than later. My child would oft go to bed with an empty belly and tearful eyes, but no more. You have no idea how grateful I am for that. Some of the house is burnt down. It's so sad. It is, child. It is. Okay, nothing else in here we can use to help the situation. What about here? Nope. What about here? I don't think there was even a shine right there. Huh, red anklet. So, the red other thing gave us the first move. The Vanguard Scarf. Red Scarf gave us HP. What about... increase the strength of magic attack for 3 turns when you defeat an enemy. Oh, that seems super good. So, do we put this on Anna? Because she gets 2 actions, so she could use its effect immediately after KOing somebody to do more damage next. Of course, getting more AoE damage also seems really good. I think we put it on Anna, though, for now. Yeah. Okay. I could also put it on our old man, Archibald. What a great name. Let's check our War Chronicle real fast. Anything else new? Not at the moment. Notes. Aha. Those who heal the ailing. Those who aid the injured and ill can be roughly divided into 3 categories. Apothecaries prescribe a variety of medication. Physicians rely upon medicine and surgery. And healers utilize magic to cure their patients. It is critical that those in need get the proper treatment based on their symptoms. Each practice has its own merits, though some nations and people are known to have a preference. For example, the Kingdom of Glenbrook employs mostly physicians, and those in poverty-stricken areas tend to rely more on apothecaries. All 3 are comprehensively studied at Hyzant's Ministry of Medicine. It is said that new medications and healing arts are discovered there every day. Alright, Hawk of Wolford. There are no detailed records remaining regarding the ancestors of Glenbrook's famed House Wolford. According to legend, a single hawk led a traveling warrior to a mountainous area northeast of the kingdom, where the small tribes of Falks and Telior resided. The warrior, a distant ancestor of Wolford, then began to unite the tribes as a house under his leadership. As a result, he was able to maintain his clan's independence despite being in the middle of the 3 nations, his small but elite forces famed throughout the land. Simon, lord of the clan during the Salt Iron War, held great influence on the battlefield, and helped King Regna lead the war to its end. At the end of the war, he made a pact with the king, and his house became sword and shield of the crown. The clan was split into 3, Wolford, Telior, and Falks, and each was given their own domain to govern. Despite Simon being his vassal, King Regna holds House Wolford in special regard and treats the lord with heartfelt respect, as both a friend and fellow warrior. The hawk upon the Wolford coat of arms represents the house's pride and fearlessness, and pays tribute to the hawk that led their ancestor to Wolford. That's interesting. Okay, so literally all 3 high houses used to be 1 high house. Huh. Huh. There are many aristocratic houses beneath the royal family of Glenbrook, and the kingdom itself has a very complex political system where customs and rights intertwine. The government is split into sections and the royalists. Aristocrats trained from a young age are each in charge of their own field. Needless to say, each similarly has their own interests. The people satirize them in response, claiming that the royalists talk all day, but never decide a thing, for only money matters among them. King Regna attempted to reform the system after the Salt Iron War. He first split the Wolfort clan 3 ways, and placed each house in charge of protecting 3 strategic locations. He appointed the clan lord, Simon, as Lord of the Wolfort domain. He then elected the adept Landroy Falx, who fought at Simon's side during the war, as Lord of the bountiful Southern lands. Finally, advisor Gord Tellior was put in charge of the Northern Reservoir. Thus, the 3 high houses were established. King Regna hoped to bring the royalists under control by creating a rivaling force that already had merit to their name. It was also rumored that the king divided the elite Wolfort clan to diminish their might. His plan succeeded, but only in part. The 3 high houses gained almost as great popularity as the royal family itself, and the influence of the royalists was suppressed. However, because the kingdom focuses on old customs, and Lord Simon prefers to dedicate himself to his house rather than vie for more power, the royalists still continue to spearhead Glenbrook's politics. Okay. Information. Nada? Nothing new. Okay. Well, that is interesting. So the 3 high houses were literally, like, practically baby houses in terms of how old they are. I can't imagine a Hyzant giving so much without expecting anything in return. I suppose beggars cannot be choosers. This is true. Though, we be beggars with swords, so perhaps they think twice. Okay, we didn't really learn too much more about Sorsley, unfortunately, other than be careful. Let's return to the council chamber. Alright, can I find anything else in here to help? Council chamber? I can has help. Can I go through the house? No. I know you exist, rest of the house. I've seen you in cutscenes. Wait. Oh, okay, no. I wonder, that would be interesting to see how they'd vote if I do no persuading. So, if we transport the salt at House Inn's behest, I am hoping we would find actual evidence, because it seems like right now we absolutely do not have enough evidence. So let's talk to Benedict.
We must decide.
It would be in our best interest to expose him before we get further involved. We may not escape entirely unscathed, but it must be done. Okay. What about you? I can't even imagine a proud and honorable house like ours committing a crime. We've got to go to Hyzant and report that no-good minister. What about you, Anna?
Lord Serenoa.
Transporting illicit salt or reporting Minister Sorsley? Poor options both. I wish we had the option of taking neither path. I leave the decision in your hands, Lord Serenoa. We could go back to the mine. No? Okay. Okay, but what do you say, Sir Maxwell?
Serenoa.
We have nothing to prove Minister Sorsley's dealings illegal, nor would I want to put our relationship with the Holy State at stake. Right now, we need allies more than ever, leaving us no choice but to do Minister Sorsley's bidding. Okay, well, so far I've been able to kind of take the moral high ground options and the whole not trusting bad guys options. This one feels less obvious, which is kind of cool. Also, very frustrating. Because it's like, yes, I would report the illegal salt shipments, but also, who would believe us?
Serenoa.
We cannot overlook Minister Sorsley's black market dealings, let alone be party to them. I know that it means that even more will have to go without salt in the duchy, but still, I believe we should go to Hyzant and bring these crimes to light. Even though they've been killing your people? You have a big heart, Fredelia. Big heart.
What do you need?
The Saintly Seven have tremendous power in Hyzant, and Minister Sorsley is no exception. Reporting his crimes comes with no small measure of danger. We must make our decision carefully. Yep, she is correct. As Prince Roland said, we should take the salt to Esfrost. Accusing Mr. Sorsley without evidence would do us no good. Okay. So... What do we do? What do we do? Transporting to Esfrost for House End also helps our enemies, potentially. Could help, you know, people who are just trying to survive. This is true. Also adds complications to the matter. Right now, though, we just don't have evidence. That stinks. Like, it would be a way easier option if it's like, oh, we have evidence. Other than, hey, guys, transport my salt for me. He could just say, oh, this is the normal salt shipment. And we'd be doomed. Benedict, I'm surprised at you. Why are you going with the travel to Hyzant option? But I think we're going to do the route of sort of dumb and moral. Because at least with Haltelior, it was pretty obvious he was going to try to stab us in the back. The Hierophant will probably try to stab us in the back, but then again, the Hierophant might just be a small child. And might appreciate our honesty. Doubtful. Press X to doubt. But... yeah, okay.
What do you need?
Yeah, we're basically going to make an enemy of Hyzant too at this rate. Which is stupid. Oh. We can only handle one enemy at a time. Okay, what can I live with more? When in doubt, figure out what will help you sleep at night, right? So, taking this job for House End doesn't seem horrible, because at least we're transporting a necessary good, and not like drugs or something, which, you know, I guess you could consider coffee and caffeine. Anyway, my point being, salt is actually needed for life. Whereas, you know, going to Hyzant with no proof is just kind of a death sentence.
We
yeah,
must.
okay. Let's try to be smarter than this, Benedict, I think. Okay. We should transport the salt to the duchy at House End's behest. I'd have better luck talking to a Stonewall. I do want to hear what his beliefs are. I see. So you believe we should follow Minister Sorsley's orders. House Wolfort's weakness. Right now, House Wolfort stands alone. We cannot risk losing Minister Sorsley's report. True-ish. Regardless of his motives, we owe him a debt. That's not entirely true, because his motives can be to make us die in the future. There's no guarantee we will succeed in exposing Sorsley, and should we fail, we would make enemies of both House End and the Holy State itself. Yeah. The odds of appealing to those in power in another nation and succeeding are certainly not in our favor. We have enough enemies as it is. It would be wise for us not to earn ourselves any more. There is still time, Benedict. I would like to continue our discussion.
Certainly not.
Very well, my lord. Is it safe to assume that you think exposing Minister Sorsley's crimes to be a reckless course of action? It is. We haven't sufficient information to take action, which is terrible. Minister Sorsley is no fool. I doubt he would blindly trust us to carry out such an important deal. Shaking Hyzant's faith in one of the Saintly Seven will be nigh impossible. So these top two, I completely agree with. This one... I mean, humans. Humans, we... yeah. Press X to down. It is, we haven't sufficient information to take action. Mr. Sorsley is no fool. I'm going to go with Minister Sorsley is no fool. I cannot deny that. Both Minister Sorsley and his subordinate are cunning men. We could move under the cover of night, although there is always a chance the enemy awaits us in the shadows as well. You have made your position clear, Benedict. I only ask that you keep my words in mind. But of course, my lord, allow me a moment more to make my decision. Yeah, no, that's absolutely reasonable. Oh, he moved to undecided. But I thought you were a stone wall, Benedict.
Aye, lad.
I can't even imagine a proud and honorable house like ours committing a crime. I mean, sometimes, Eridor, sometimes.
Aye, lad.
We go undercover so that we can catch the bad guys. We've got to go to Hyzant and report that no good minister. I mean, I would love to. It just probably won't work. You're actually considering doing his dirty work? Why? Exum. While I believe Minister Exum would help us find Minister Sorsley guilty, We ought to be careful of him. He's no doubt another trying to use his as his pawn. House End has given us money and provisions. Reporting them not be biting the hand that feeds. So, for Eridor, he's more of a relationships kind of guy, right? He is the heart of House Wolfort. So I don't think logic will sway him. So this one isn't going to work on him like it worked on Benedict, would be my guess. House End has given us money and provisions, reporting them not be biting the hand that feeds. I think that would matter to him more. And this one would make him feel bad, so he probably wouldn't listen as well. So, well, let's go with this one. House End has given us money and provisions. We're reporting them not be biting the hand that feeds. I see what you mean. House End helped us when we were hurting, and to betray them would shake people's faith in our own house. But I think their faith would be in even worse shape if they found out we were complicit in their crimes. I wish us not to be party to these crimes if we can avoid it. But things are not so simple, I'm afraid.
Consider this.
I'm sure you've thought long and hard about it, but still, just thinking about dirtying our hands like that makes me sick to my stomach. Yep. If our accusations fall on deaf ears, we make an enemy of both House End and the Holy State. The risk is far too great. We must do this to see House Wolfort survive. Running away from our problems will avail us nothing. Ill-earned though it may be, we need House End's coin. Interesting. What does Eridor want to hear? That we depend on Eridor? No. So I think it's either these, the top one or the bottom one. So I think, I don't think he cares about risk too much. I'm leaning towards this one. Yeah, running away from our problems will avail us nothing. Ill-earned though it may be, we need House End's coin.
Are you joking?
I know. Just thinking about our situation has me trembling in rage. But still, I don't know if I have it in me. Darn it. It's our own fault as pathetic vassals that you're in this position in the first place, lad. I need more time to think on it. This won't be an easy decision either way. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Oh, you've moved undecided again. Okay. And wait, do they always move? I am forgetting. I am playing this over a longer period of time.
Lord Serenoa.
Transporting illicit stuff. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we should transport the salt. Yeah, I think we should. So you believe it better to do Minister Sorsley's bidding? Might I ask why? Oh no, there's a third option I didn't find? What? Okay, but yeah, if we may figure out a way to get the upper hand if we do this. Gaining his trust? No, we don't. That man does not trust anyone. It's pretty clear. If we know the way House End's illicit operations work, we may figure out a way to get the upper hand. Maybe he trusts Booker. I see. It will be easier to find the cracks in their defenses from the inside, and it may even give us an opportunity to strike.
Yes?
If that is our aim, I think it well worth the risk. Is there anything else you wish to know? There is. I cannot help wondering if being party to these acts would sully the Wolfort name. Our house's honor is trivial. It's not trivial. It's just not as important as everybody under us living life to the best in terms of A, not being killed, and B, you know, sometimes you got your back against the wall, and we don't necessarily have our backs against the wall yet, so we're trying to figure out the best path to contain all this terrible stuff and keep our honor. Right now, we must do everything in our power to keep our people alive and house standing. Chance to reclaim our honor. Yep. Words of outsiders likely mean little against the Saintly Seven. If we bring charges against Minister Sorsley, he may just let, yeah. That,
certainly.
Yeah. The Saints hold tremendous influence in Hyzant. It certainly won't be easy to prove one of them guilty. On the contrary, they might use their position and power to indict us instead. An undesirable situation indeed, and one I would rather not find ourselves in. Thank you, Lord Serenoa. I see now where you stand. Yeah. I hate it too, Anna. I hate it too. Frederica.
Serenoa.
We cannot overlook Minister Sorsley's black market dealings, let alone be party to them. I know that it means that even more will have to go without salt in the duchy, but still. I believe we should go to Hyzant and bring these crimes to light. And here's the thing. It could still be better to go and try to bring the crimes to light, rather than do the bidding of House End, because he might be able to blackmail us with it at some point in the future. Please, Serenoa, I must know why you were opposed to exposing Minister Sorsley's crimes. Right now we stand alone. Who cares about that? We've done it before. There's a time and place for everything, and now is not the time. Yeah, true, but it's because we lack the information to do so. Mr. Sorsley's one of the Sacred Seven. Proving him guilty would be a struggle even with evidence, of which we have none. Yeah.
Surely.
Indeed. Minister Sorsley's work has greatly benefited the Hierophant for many years. He must have great influence in the Holy State. If we went to them now, desperate as we are and lacking proof, there is a chance they would not believe us. Might we speak a little longer?
In that case...
I admit I am more than curious as to why you would make us an accomplice to Minister Sorsley's illicit dealings. Okay. Our relations with S. Frost are strained enough as it is. I wish to know S. Frost's true intentions. Also a good point. I have heard rumors of Minister Exum. Though he looks reliable at first glance, I do not know if he can truly be trusted. Wait, did the guard outside actually work for Exum instead of Sorsley? I don't know, but it would be nice to go to S. Frost and learn something new, and that probably applies to Frederica more than other people. I too would like to know what they're scheming. But our destination is enemy territory, and our recipient unknown. I fear there is just too much at stake. Let us return to our own counsels, Frederica. I understand your feelings, as I hope you understand mine. Alright. Here we go, dear viewer. For the scales of conviction. Enough of my wiffle waffling. It is time for the offering.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we follow Sorsley's orders and smuggle salt across our borders, or do we take another path? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
Like, maybe the whole convince Hyzant that he's a bad dude.
Forgive me, my lord.
Would lead us to actually look for evidence. If so, that path also makes sense. If you wish to sway me, you must leave me with no room for doubt. Yeah, that's fair, Benedict.
Even still.
I am sorry, Serenoa. Please understand. I do. Okay.
I agree.
You have my support, Lord Serenoa. Thank you, Anna. Alright.
Just can't see it your way.
Sorry, but I just can't let House Wolfort go down this path without a fight. Eridor, I absolutely understand. Thank you so much for caring. Whatever happens.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Alright. Here we go, team. Team Wolfort. We should definitely have like a wolf. But oh well, the hawk story makes sense. But then you'd think we'd be Hawkfort or something. So we will transport the illegal salt.
The way forward is decided. We have no choice but to follow Sorsley's demands and bring the salt to S. Frost.
Alright. Maybe we can find out more about S. Frost this way. That was a good point. Like, if we can meet with Svarog and tell him who actually killed his son.
We have chosen our path. We shall do as Minister Sorsley asks and deliver the salt to S. Frost.
Now that we have a heading, we need only move forward. Let us make haste.
All right.
Indeed. No matter how perilous the road ahead may be, we must not falter.
Anna, begin the preparations.
As you wish.
That's right. Dwindling light completed. Maybe, maybe we're transporting the salt to be used as explosives. Okay, well, I should have thought that through a little bit more, maybe. Oh well. We're gonna open slot 9. Because I keep thinking maybe I'll go back and play through all the different choices and stuff, but I'll probably just not do that, to be honest. But it's a temptation. Because it looks like you can do so much with this game's decision
good
trees.
deed is the product of selflessness. And Minister Sorsley's intervention on the Wolfort's behalf is no exception. In exchange for their livelihoods, Serenoa and his entourage must transport Sorsleigh's illicit salt across their borders. With no pride left to bolster them, they have little choice but to obey. Preparations for the journey are a somber affair.
I would like to think our pride is in figuring out this whole illegal operation and destroying it. But, you know, I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Okay.
The cart's ready, my lord.
As are the disguises. None will suspect us to be aught but common merchants.
With a giant hawk.
Good. Then let us prepare for our departure.
With a giant hawk. Poor Eridor. I feel you, bro.
Just look at what we've been reduced to. Skullduggery and deceit. Whatever honor we had is losing its luster by the day.
I hear you, friend. Which is why we're going to pull off the coolest heist later on. Probably. Maybe. Okay, so we've done quite a bit of story stuff. Let's see if there's anything... Well, we get a new character, it looks like. Let's do this character story first. Serenoa and company encounter a girl in a desolate rocky area who tells them she was once part of a circus troupe. So everybody else so far has kind of felt like we have to take them, but I wonder if some of these characters are going to be based on the path you take. That'd be interesting.
Hey, what's a child like you doing in such a lonely place?
I have nowhere else to go.
Where are your parents?
They died years ago.
My lord.
My name is Serenoa. What's yours?
Piccoletta.
Piccoletta? You throw that ball with such skill.
Because it's my job. When I throw this ball, everyone applauds. Well, they used to. But the circus is gone now, so I'm all on my own.
Oh.
What are you doing here, mister?
We are trying to put an end to this war.
I hate war. War made everyone go away. You're really gonna end the war? Then let me go with you. I can throw my ball and help you fight the bad people.
Let's get this child some food.
There goes my tummy grumbling again.
Yeah.
My lord, we cannot simply leave this poor child here.
Agreed.
I know. All right then, Piccoletta. Come with us. But before we go fight the bad people, let us fill our bellies. After that, perhaps you could show us some tricks with your ball.
Sure thing. That's what I'm best at.
Is she going to be like a Fire Emblem dancer? Because I'd rather not have a child soldier. An expert in offensive items. Increases the range of offensive items. Can summon a decoy or something? We've never really used any offensive items, so it's hard to tell how good they are. I guess I did one with Narv randomly. But, okay. So let's check our roster real fast. Piccoletta. Level 12. Okay. Item launcher. Increases targetable range by 2 when using an item on an enemy, which does seem pretty significant. Oh, her speed is insane, isn't it? Well, no, not insane. Good. It's good. Her strength? No. She has a racket. 49 power. Decoy is pretty interesting. Clones previously summoned will disappear. Intensive items. Yeah, so... It's just hard to say when you can't, like, farm money infinitely. Why would you go for the item-based classes with Medina and Piccoletta? Her jump's not bad. Her movement's decent, too. Magic attack? She doesn't even use magic, though. Why did she need magic attack? Does that impact the item damage? Basically, I'm not seeing a great reason to bring Piccoletta. Other than the decoy. That's a cool ability. So, okay. Okay. Plus, I'd rather not take a child into combat. That's just That's a no. Unless needs must and her life is in danger or something. So yeah, we're gonna check the encampment real fast, I guess. Is there any no combat? No, there isn't. So, we will go next time into a little bit more story and then hopefully start a combat then. Leave a like if you've been enjoying Triangle Strategy, dear viewer. Subscribe for more. Comment below on whether you think House End is trying to plot our end. Because, yeah, they probably are. And feel free to share this with a friend. I hope you, dear viewer, have a great day.